This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.
Motion of the meeting.
All in favor? Aye. This meeting is now being filmed. Video. Public speak time. Is there someone here from the public that would like to speak?
We will.
Okay.
I'm Lauren Clark. This is Miranda Brown. We're applying for an off-premise full license. And we actually just had a question about whether it's possible to transfer an off-premise license within a building that has the same address, but to a different unit within that building, within that same address. So if we were to start out in one unit in the same building and move to another unit, would that require some complicated paperwork or?
No, you would just amend your, I think you would put in for a change of location. They would come and inspect and everything, but your license could move with you. Yes.
Okay.
That's what you're asking. If you started at 32 Clark Street, you moved to 35 Clark Street, you can move your license. Yes,
Yeah,
as long as it's not a license that was an over quota license, that was a legislative license that to that particular location.
Okay, yeah, this would be like 35 Clark Street, Unit A, moving to 35 Clark Street,
Yep.
Unit B.
Yep, you could do that, yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Could you do that with a legislative license?
If it is, I would.
It's still technically the same
It would
street
be,
address,
yes,
you know?
it is. I think you can.
Okay.
It would be very technical.
Right.
I think you could, because it is the same location.
Right.
It was approved for a location. So yes, if it was like like one of the mill buildings where it's the same building, it's, number 10 Pleasant Street in your Unit A or Unit B, I think it could.
And we also are just wondering about the off-premise license that was Pleasant Street Varieties. Is that a full license, or is it beer and wine?
So Kelly, if I can address the board.
Sure.
Miranda and Lauren and I have all had some communications over the last several months. They are looking to acquire the Pleasant Street Variety Package Store license.
Okay.
They have a unique business idea for high-end wines and malts, right? No cordials.
And spirits if possible.
Okay.
If possible, yeah.
So they could do an all alcohol liquor license, and the Pleasant Street is the only off-premise one we would have available.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it is available. He
It's
just surrendered
available.
it, so yes.
Okay.
And
And it is the full license?
It is the full license.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
First come, first served.
We're working on it.
No pressure.
Yeah, we're working on it, okay, thank you.
Do we have any other though for the Mill District?
Not for off-premises.
Oh,
So
okay.
we were granted, out of 14 legislative licenses we received, we only got one off-premise alcohol license.
And that was for River Valley?
That
got
we
that?
we issued to River Valley
Yeah.
Co-op.
Yeah, so that is the only one that we have right now.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else for public speak? Okay, did everybody have a chance to see the minutes from April? Could I have a motion to approve them? All in favor? Aye. Okay, public hearings. Mission Taco seeking alteration of premise to add an outdoor bar. Someone here from Mission Taco? Hi.
Hi. Can you just state your name for the record?
Christy Bodine, I'm the attorney for the applicant. And Kristen Nicholas is the manager of the...
I'm sorry, Kristen.
McClellan. And I have the letter notices and the affidavit right here.
Just slide it over. Send it down the chute. Need one of those bank teller machines.
That's just to be added to their application. Otherwise, the application is full and complete.
Could you just tell us what the project entails?
Yes, this is the applicant's Mission Taco of the... They have an outside patio that has been part of the licensed premises since they took over a couple of years ago. They added a bar, an outside bar, and we weren't sure whether we needed an alteration premise for the bar or not. Apparently we do. So the bar's actually already been built, and they need the alteration of premises approved so that they can use the bar for outside levels. So there's an inside bar and an outside bar. And the outside bar obviously isn't going to be used in the winter time, but they'll have 2 bars for liquor service.
Okay.
But that patio area is almost as big as, maybe it's bigger than the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the patio is totally enclosed with fencing, correct? That there's a gate that you have to go through, it's closed so kids aren't walking in and out of there and
Exactly
stuff.
right, yeah.
I thought that was,
And as I said, that part of the premises had actually already been approved when the original licensing.
correct. I remember that. Questions? Site visit?
Can I ask
Sure.
a question? So there was just concerns with our health department and building department around the structure. Were they contacted and
They were
permitted?
contacted, my client, and of course, Sam Cohan is the owner. And he tells me that the building department and everybody's been contacting, the permitting and everything like that has been all on board and all clear through the city. Apparently, when they first started doing the build, somebody was short-staffed and there was nobody in the building department when they tried to, I don't know. And it's been taken care of.
Is that a fact point?
First time you heard it, I don't know.
Well, I would think,
The general contractor has spoken to someone here.
As long as it's permitted, the licensing board can sign off on it.
yeah, because I would
But
think,
it's
it-
not permitted, then we need to.
yeah, I don't, I would think that the plumbing inspector would have seen a
Yeah.
permit.
Is there any plumbing?
There's
in
no
that?
plumbing to that bar.
Okay.
How can, I thought you had to have
You-
plumbing to
so
a
you
bar.
have to have plumbing because you have to have a sink, because you have to have ice, because you're serving drinks. And you
But
have
we
to have the
make-
dishes.
This is the problem that we ran into last
Okay.
summer. We make everything inside.
All the
We have-
drinks, everything is made inside and it's brought
It's
out.
basically just a vessel to
It's a
hold
service
everything.
bar.
Yeah.
It's not one.
Right, so I remember this from last year, and that's why I asked, because the health department and the building department weren't on board with it, which is why licensing is the last step in it, so I just want to make sure that the licensing department is okay to sign off on it.
As far as I've been informed by my client, the building department and the health department have been talked to and everything's okay, so.
Well, my
it's-
recommendation is going to be that we're not going to sign off until we hear from the building department that they have signed off on the
In
permit.
some municipalities, the license applications are circulated to the boards, to the permitting boards. So
We
this
don't
doesn't
get
happen.
the building permits. That we do not get. We don't
We're-
sign off on building
Okay,
permits.
well, I was not aware that the building permit and a health permit were required as part of the liquor license application process. This is just a.
But we
liquor
can make it
license
conditional that
But
they
I
have
was
been.
not made aware by the city that that was a condition of the license. When's your next hearing? We can come back, but this is, as far as I knew,
What?
everything was in
Can I
place.
make a suggestion?
Go right ahead.
That you do a contingency, so I can check in with the health department and building department tomorrow, and if they say it's all set, then I can send it off to the state.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Okay.
just conditional that it's approved by them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the licensing board can't sign off if health and building have not.
Right, but I didn't know that it was the applicant's responsibility for the liquor license to take care of that. That wasn't in part of any materials.
Oh, because if it doesn't, we're the first ones that they call to say, oh, revoke their license. But I would just make the suggestion that we would make it conditional.
Huh?
And with the state, usually reach out to the ABC and the state, and they said they were like fine with what we were doing, but
But the town had to sign off. It's the city permitting was required.
Right, and the state and the licensing board can be okay with it, but we can't sign off until health and building permit it.
Yeah, I understand. So you would do if you would try to move for conditional approval based on.
Right.
Approval, but okay. Yeah.
And I
In this
think-
case, the bars have already been built. When it shouldn't have been, it's already been built. If it would have been the usual course of business, you would have came before us, extended your license, and then built the bar.
Right, and we weren't aware at the time that building the bar
Right.
would require.
So this just
an
is
additional
in a
license, so we're
different-
trying to cover.
The time frame is a little different. We have to go by what we should be going by, even though the bar has been built already. So, any other questions? Could I have a motion with the contingency on there?
A motion to approve the license with the contingency that building and health department sign off.
All in favor?
So you will contact them?
I'll go ahead and do that tomorrow morning for you guys, or tonight. I'll send them an email and just make sure, and as long as they just say it's okay, then we can send it off to the state with their signatures.
Great, you'll let me know.
Sure.
All right, you get all of that back to us.
Did you, do you want me to connect for signatures, or did you want to sign and I'll just hold it?
Oh, sign it now,
until-
but I don't know where you want me to sign it. I did not see the signature page on here.
Are we still doing the,
Quite possible I didn't do one.
Yes, that would be why. That's why I handed it to you.
Yeah, I can send it to DocuSign.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Anytime like 2 to 8, I'm there, like Wednesday to Friday, Wednesday to Sunday, I'll stop by. Okay.
I'm just writing this down. Hold on.
What's that?
How's that? Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to open up the public hearing for Calico, seeking amendment for management agreement.
Calico has removed their application as of this morning, and they will be coming forward in June.
Which application?
So they are not doing the amendment for management agreement anymore. They are changing the entire application because we were correct that they can't do Local Burger as the license holder, them as a second part. Their application, we had to have a hearing with the state, and the state would not allow it.
So they cannot be serving liquor right now?
They are not.
Okay.
opening model until.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're not even gonna do indoor
So-
dining, so.
So they're still doing just takeout only?
Yep, and I have a nearly completed application. Their attorney's gonna get it to me, the rest of it tomorrow, and then I'll get them on once we have
Okay.
June's hearing date. I'll send the abutters notice for them to send out this.
Okay. All right, I'd now like to open the public hearing for the beer guy seeking special one day for beer truck vending at Thunder in the Valley. Beer guy here?
He's
No,
not.
he is not. He could not make it due to scheduling with another event that has a town meeting in Ludlow for the Fat Month. So he provided that letter. Hopefully that covers everything. If you'd like me to read it out loud, I will. Nothing's changed from last year, other than, and I have the layout, if you'd like to see where the beer guy is set up.
Yes, I would like to see the layout.
Kelly, if I can address the board, I did meet with Dave and Mike on a separate occasion with all other department heads to go over the event. And Dave did review the same plan as he had last year for the same location with wristband IDs, fencing, stanchions, the same setup he's done the last 3 years. So I said, I can't guarantee approval from the board, but to send that letter in, and Mike and I would speak on his behalf.
And we did not have any complaints last year?
Not for the beer guy.
No. Any questions? Okay, I have a motion.
Motion to approve the beer guy, this is for Thunder in the Valley.
Right.
For Thunder in the Valley. One day special permit.
Yep. 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
This is 10 a.m. 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
To 11 p.m.
The event is 10:30 to 10:30,
11:30 in the morning until 10 p.m.
but he needs time, and I think that's in his
To set
his
up,
plan
yes.
too, to set up and break
Yep.
down.
That is the only complaint we had last year.
What?
What's the noise at the time?
So
Not
that
we would.
will be addressed in the Thunder in the Valley Outdoor Live Entertainment application. This is the special one day for the beer guy.
Yep, this is just the beer.
And they're
Did you
Thunder in
finish
the
with your
Valley's
motion?
on.
Okay.
I did.
Tony, you want to second that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you want to take a copy of this license too, Dave, or do you want me to hang on to it beforehand to get?
I can
You
give
need
it to 'em. I'll be seeing them on Friday.
Or I can email scan it over to them.
Either way. Yeah, we can do it that way if you'd rather.
Okay, now I'd like to open up the public hearing for the special one-day application for abandoned building brewery seeking special one-day licenses for food truck Fridays. So there are 18 days, Matt, is that correct? 18,
Is it 17 or 18?
So I counted 17. He says 18.
I also
Because
thought-
521's a repeat date on it.
oh, yeah, it's on there twice, so.
Well, then, I think that's because of the time difference, the different times. The 21st,
I see
The
that.
same day.
yes,
Yeah.
so it's just 17.
Okay.
Okay. I also agree, Lindsay, was 17 after a couple checks.
Okay.
Anything different this year?
No, these are gonna be in the same location they were in prior years in the parking lot behind 142 Pleasant Street. We've already reached out to the police department, and we have a police detail for each one of the events for all year.
Okay. Same fencing, same someone checking when you come in the front door or the front entrance there?
Yeah, we're gonna have our tip certified staff at the entrance. The whole area will be fenced off in the orange, snow fencing. The event that's this Saturday is our anniversary party. That runs from noon to 8. And then all the following Food Truck Friday events are from 5 till 9. I believe the licenses is for different times, so this allows us for 7 breakdown.
Any questions, Tony? You want to do that motion?
Make a motion to approve the 17 one-day events for abandoned building brewery.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's right where the little red.
I'll fill out all the other stuff. Don't you worry. A little behind with budget season. Can I email that over to you?
So,
Perfect.
thanks so much.
Thank you. Okay, I'd like to now open the public hearing for New City Brewery seeking a special one-day for city space event on June 4th.
Hi there.
Hey, Sam.
Hi. Been a long time. So Mike, how you doing? Good to see you.
Oh, I like tab this one, sorry guys. It's gonna take me a while to get the hang of it first and again.
Super. I'm good. Beautiful out. Should make these windows openable.
Wouldn't that be great?
Nice breeze in here.
My office runs a consistent 82 year round.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Sam, you want to tell us what your event is here? What you're doing?
Sure, there's a concert. I understand it's like a retro band, kind of like 60s, 70s pop
Dance band.
music, dance band. It's a dance. And City Space doesn't currently have their own alcohol license, so they invited me to come in and vend. I'm gonna do our own beer, and I'm thinking about doing wine as well. But it'll just be setting up the table, and I'm gonna be pouring personally. So it's just beer for the dance. I included a floor plan. I talked to Burns and the band leader about doing a walkthrough, and we'll set up in an appropriate place, but it's in the blue room, which I've never been to a concert there actually, so I'm kind of excited about it, but the floor plan made it seem pretty easy. I don't think the seating that's on that floor plan will be there, right? 'Cause it's a dance, so it'll be a wide open ballroom. We'll set up in a corner. You mentioned a hallway too, but I'm not sure exactly where we're set up, just somewhere where we won't get in the way. That's why I checked off dancing on the application there, because they said it was a dance.
Okay, any questions?
Motion to approve the one
Downstairs or
day special license for New City Brewery.
ADC, it's 175.
Second.
Wait,
Technically.
I'm sorry, are we,
Oh, sorry, I was just checking, sorry.
oh, okay.
I was asking where the blue room was.
I'm
There's a
sorry.
first floor and there's a second floor. The second floor is not done yet, right?
We
Right.
just need
Coming across.
a couple more dollars.
Got it. Yeah.
So you second? Tom?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Real quick, I know you got a bunch on the agenda, but I was hoping to ask Stan a question about the farmer's market.
Yes.
I'm gonna be a sponsor, and they mentioned potential vending, and I thought you needed a local license from the board, but
They don't vet,
It's
tabling. So the
the sponsors
tabling-
table, but if we
Right.
were to vend, it would be to go only, and would we need a permit? We could talk offline too, I'm totally happy to do that.
I think they would, right?
What, I'm sorry,
Or
what was,
to vend at the, I'm not sure if they can.
Well, there's a
Farmers
cider
market.
company that vends at the farmer's market,
Yeah,
right, for hard cider,
yeah.
but they don't
That's-
need a permit?
That's different. The
It's
cider, yeah, it falls into malt and something.
yeah,
Whatever it falls under. Cider doesn't.
he does it under a pouring license, but he has a different pouring license than your pouring
Okay.
license.
I figured just because I had the 5 seconds of fame here that I would ask, but I can get it on the agenda for next time or something, or we can talk offline or something. Because I know they approved all the other forms of alcohol for sale at farmer's market years ago, and then only recently added beer. Lindsay said she hadn't done one yet, so I figured I'd ask about it.
Yeah, that's another
And not-
another
and-
conversation.
I love breaking new ground, man.
Yeah.
Love being the first.
And that's only because, and I can't speak for the farmer's market right now, so I'm not running it.
Yeah, no
But
worries.
it depends on what our insurance covers. Because the
Sure.
market now has its own insurance.
Cool.
So I don't know, so it's definitely a conversation to have. It'd be great if you just throw that into an email
Yeah.
and send it off.
No problem.
Okay.
Sorry to
I
take up
appreciate
the
you.
board's time.
No, I
I just thought
appreciate
it
you,
was-
And,
Maybe a
and
license
Sam,
for
if I
farmers market.
remember correctly, because when there was the people that have the winery in Southampton used to come to the farmer's market, and the reason why they could come was because they grew their own product.
Right.
So that was how it tied in with how they could
It's
do it.
Still have a farmer series producer's permit. which
Right.
We also have, we're a farmer brewery, and like breweries, there's basically no brewery in the state that grows its own anything, because it's just not feasible for breweries to do that.
I thought Fort Hill did. I thought he grew crops.
Not even, like, you can have a few hop plants, but the sheer volume that you use of hops or grain at a brewery is just way out of reach for basically anybody.
But I just remember when I did my research for it about that, because they came before us, and I remember that's what it was. And there is some written On the website, you can look it up.
Yeah, when the state passed it for beer, they left it up to local authorities to draft bylaws. So if Easthampton hasn't done that yet, then we might need to help build that bridge, but I'm happy to do that. Because I know it's legal at the state level, just beer gets treated differently because they have the most powerful wholesalers lobby against the little guys like me, so they kind of get squashed a little bit, where those big guys don't care as much about wine or cider in Massachusetts because they're virtually non-existent.
And that's something that's most people at the farmer's market is very familiar with.
Yeah.
Anybody with dairy or anything like that, absolutely, we're being squashed by that.
Yeah.
Big ag.
Well, and I'd love to participate, I'm definitely going to sponsor, and I would love to help forge ground for other breweries to participate in farmers markets. I'll drop you an email.
Awesome, thank you.
See you all at the dance.
Sam, can I email you your license?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you.
Okay, I'd now like to open up the public hearing for Easthampton Rod and Gun seeking a special one day for spring and a special one day for fall for their fishing derbies.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Anthony Medeiros.
Hi.
I'm here to talk to you about those special one-day permits.
Okay. Anything different from last year's?
Nothing's different from any of the past years at all down there. It's very hard to get those old guys to really switch and do anything.
Change away from Budweiser beer
Well,
in the
no,
can?
I've been really trying to push them into getting the seasonal beer and wine license for the club, and I almost have them. The application's almost finished. It just takes like several e-board meetings to get them to actually complete something. And there's an e-board meeting coming up in the next 2 weeks, and I'm hoping by then it will be finished so I can turn it in, so we don't have to go through these one day anymore.
So let's see, your spring days are June 17th, 18th, and 19th, and then September, the fall is 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, every year it's the same, so I'll let you do that one, Tony. Motion?
Motion to approve the two, we still call them one day. they're-
Special one
So
day.
this is
yeah.
special one day stuff, yeah.
special one
Even
days
if for 3
the,
days.
Fishing derbies, is that what it is?
Yes,
Yep.
ma'am. Yep. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Oh, we need it first.
Kelly, on the agenda, I should have organized it a little better. You could do, Anthony's also here for an outdoor live entertainment license for different events. If you want to do him first before we move to
Oh, I
Thunder
see,
of the
yep.
Valley.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to skip a little bit on the agenda down to your outdoor live entertainment application for July 16th for a veterans benefit party and workers party on August 20th. So you have 2 permits here.
Yes, ma'am. Usually we would fill out for another special one day for those, but because we're having a band play at them, or music, so we had to fill out for the entertainment license for those for this year. It's the same dates as usual, the same kind of events, but they're just going to be playing some music. So Lindsay was mentioning we were supposed to fill out for those licenses.
Okay, but you're not serving alcohol at these?
Yes, we
They
will
are.
be.
Oh,
But because it
But-
includes alcohol in the outdoor live entertainment.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
It was
New-
a little confusing
yeah.
for me too, but they're new for this year.
Yes, I got it. All right, and
The Veterans Party would just be for raising money for the veterans in the Northampton Hospital, just a little fundraiser that we have, and then the Workers' Party would just be just to say thank you to everybody at the Rod and Gun Club, just have like a kind of a potluck picnic at the end of the year.
okay, and the times that the music will be playing?
I believe, did I write them down for you?
And that would be where on our new application, Lindsay?
Should be on the first page.
It's not. Yeah. How about you tell me what they are?
So I guess for the veterans party, the band was gonna be coming, I believe, around noon, and then maybe stopping around 5 or 6.
Okay.
And same as the other party, we're not planning on staying late into the evening playing music, just for like the daytime,
Okay, so 12 to 6 p.m.
for a round, I guess.
Okay.
Motion to approve both days for the Easthampton Road and Gun Entertainment
And 1 day.
in one day.
All in favor?
Aye.
So nothing to sign for that one because it's the outdoor live entertainment, so all the department heads sign it.
Okay, what about the 1 day?
You guys already said that.
Those are different dates.
So this is for outdoor live entertainment with alcohol. This is special 1 days, no outdoor live entertainment.
Yeah, but don't we have to sign the alcohol ones?
No, because the outdoor live entertainment includes alcohol and it's signed off by the department head of the licensing department. And then health department, fire, anyone it's applicable to.
So who's the department head of the licensing?
I am.
Oh.
So it just requires,
Sorry, new
For-
procedures.
for the state MDL, it only requires one
Okay.
signature and then the other department heads involved.
That's fine.
Okay.
Got it.
And if there's a complaint, she calls me.
Yes. All right, now that we got this down pat.
So I'll email those over. or
Yeah,
you
that's
want a
totally,
copy?
no, I don't need copies, I can
Okay.
print them out. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, now that we got this down pat. Let's
take a while.
Now we're gonna open up the public hearing for Thunder in the Valley. Seeking a 1 day and outdoor entertainment license.
Correct.
Okay, so you are the one though that we did have complaints about last year with the outdoor entertainment, with the music being way loud after hours, correct?
But they weren't after hours. So. What are the hours?
It wasn't after the hours that was on their application.
It wasn't after hours, I think it was just in general,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
But that, which doesn't make sense to me even that we got that complaint because you could talk like this to one another there right in front of the stage. It wasn't really loud. I get it carries,
Mhm.
sound is gonna carry, but, I have one of the neighbors here, Russell, our stage manager, Bob. So,
I don't know who the complaints didn't come to us. That
Okay.
wasn't to us. We just, I don't even know, who did you hear complaints
No,
from?
there was
It
a
was
complaint that was
ours.
here. It was, and she came and spoke here at this meeting, and it was somebody
Who's it?
from
I don't
Lathrop.
remember this.
I had someone come in from Northampton into the office, we had someone show up to our meeting.
Oh, okay, I don't remember it. But that was it, just one person?
2 people, then?
It was just that the music was loud?
I think the music was late, was my understanding, and the gist of what she was saying, the one that spoke here at this meeting.
What's your time frame on the music?
music goes from 11:30 to 9:30.
11, I'm sorry, say it again?
11:30 in the morning
Yep,
until 9:30 in the evening.
so that's not late. Is that the same hours you had last year?
Yes.
I don't think that that's that late, but. Any other questions?
Kelly, if I can just,
Well, I know you're gonna say, you've already told us, like, you know, everything's the same as far as the, I'm more concerned with the truck beer guy and the wristbands and those things, and, so go ahead.
so I did get a call today that they wanted to be known into record from Tom Molatoris, which is highlighted as well on that letter.
Mhm.
So we asked Mike to send in a butters notice. This, after reading the notice, it is different from the one he presented to the department heads. And it does include language about Tom that was concerning.
Let's see.
And not relevant to the event, so we just
Correct.
have to bring that up.
That's fine, yeah.
What, I'm sorry, just explain this again, Lindsay, because we don't get to see this
If-
before
if
the
you-
meeting, so this is
If you would like
getting.
me to explain right from the start what
Yes,
had transpired.
yes.
We spoke with the owner of the property, actually Wendy is the owner of the property where we hold the event. That would be her cousin owns the property.
My husband's cousin.
Her husband's cousin owns that entire big field behind their home. And he agreed to let us use that for parking, which would have been more parking than we could even imagine using. So therefore, we added the fireworks to the event. So we're having fireworks for the city also. Well, not for the city, for anyone from the city that would like to come. And then Tom Molitor, the former owner of the farms, one of the owners, he just doesn't like us, period. But anyways, he got on his nephew's case, who owned the property, and started harassing him. So he said, look, I don't want you family problems, so I'm gonna have to retract you using that parking area, which just makes things more difficult for us. But we won't be anywhere near Tom's house.
So order of operations for Thunder in the Valley is that they sit down with myself for licensing, Bree for health, police and fire, and we go over everything. We requested a butters notification to be sent with this hearing date, time, and location, which it is missing location. It just says the city is going to have a hearing on the 18th. So I have to bring that to your attention too. We did ask certified mail and you hand delivered.
Right.
So we don't have any record of that. So I would just ask that the board take into consideration that we really hone in on this stuff for next year.
Absolutely.
If approved this year, just because it is important that we have the correct butters notification, the correct language that is approved between all the department heads. Mike and I met with police last week, and they advised him to reach out to the captain of Northampton.
Which I did.
Okay, do you have any update from
I
that
left him
meeting?
a message, he never got back to me, so I'm assuming.
All right, so I just want to totally understand. So this is the notification you sent to the abutters?
I believe so. Is that how Tom?
Yes.
Yes, that is the one.
Okay,
I
so
brought.
it was this letter that you
Yes.
sent out, but you did not send this certified, but you
I did not
hand
send it.
delivered
I
to
hand
each
delivered
person?
to each home. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Now I'm following a little bit better here.
I actually even stopped at Tom Molitor's home and spoke with him for a long time, probably close to 45 minutes about this, and his issue was it's a respect thing. Just because we're running his Molitor's Orchard name, he won't let me use Molitor's Orchard, that's why it says Molitor's Farm on everything. He's just,
Because there is no more orchard.
That's what I was gonna say, he doesn't own the property any longer, does he?
No, he does not. He does not own the property.
Okay. I won't say anything.
So that is the only opposition I received in our office for licensing was Tom Molitor's, and he wanted to make sure that was right into record.
Okay, so in what you just told us, he called in opposition to the event upset by language used in public mailer. That was what he called it.
that's the mailer right there,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I just stated things as the truth, as they transpired.
My suggestion would just be to keep it matter of fact for a butters notification, saying the date and time of the public hearing and not involving the personal contentions you guys have.
Okay.
Where are people going to park now?
Same as last year, and Russell has offered us some area at his home, his land, to do some.
What about, there's another farm on Park.
Mika Farm?
Is it Mika? He has the cows and stuff?
I don't know.
No, that's farther down. That's,
Echo Dam. Called Echo Dam.
that's it, Equidale. Thank you, Russell.
Russell, who is that?
That's Rodney Britt.
Yes, Rodney. And he doesn't have a problem with this? Has anybody ever talked to him about his, I'm just concerned about his animals with fireworks blasting over their heads.
Did you bring
It's
one?
pretty far.
It is?
The site,
Okay.
the state came out, the fire people, and we had a long meeting and really honed in on the exact place to do it. It's actually quite close to the event. I have to do certain mowing to make sure there's no timber
Yeah,
on the ground.
well, that was my next question. Where your chickens are out there getting fried.
Probably the Labrador Retriever probably cracks the fireworks more than anything. But It is the 4th of July.
Yeah, I spent many a night, 4th of July, was chasing horses down the block.
We're trying to keep it in the spirit of how Easthampton always had it that Saturday of every year.
Yeah, no, it's totally understandable.
I grew up here, just trying to keep
Okay,
old
well,
habits.
we'll put this in the record, like you just did. But Northampton, they never got back to you?
Never reached back out to me, no.
I would continue calling them though until you do
Well,
get.
they have fireworks the same night.
Okay.
So it was more for concern on if there's problems with the neighbors on their side of the town, on Park Hill.
Because that's where Tom is
Tom's on that
in
side.
Northampton.
Gotcha.
Well, we have property Easthampton and Northampton, that field. We own all the way to the Easthampton line, and my husband's cousin owns the rest of it,
But-
which backs up to Tom's property.
To be clear, Easthampton Police asked for this.
Right,
Because
yes.
it has to be, Northampton has to know, because if they
Be
have
aware.
to come through anyway, or there's
Right.
Correct.
excessive traffic, they need to either send a detail to monitor on that end,
Correct.
or at least know about it.
I'll call them again. It's kind of
Your,
like
your best
Easthampton,
thing
I
to
never
do is
get
to
through
send
anybody.
certified mail. Then that's the acknowledgement right there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they had to be certified for those letters, but they do know now.
Well, it's the best protection for you.
Yeah, well, I
You've
didn't
sent
think
out.
that it was gonna be
Does
such a-
anybody else want to look at any of this in the packet here? Questions? Any questions from public about this? Okay, well then, let's have a motion.
The motion to approve the Underwood Valley entertainment license.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. We don't have to sign this.
Nope, Lindsay signs all the ones that we do.
That's right.
Okay, well, good luck with your event.
Thank you very much, thank you for your time.
I'll email over Dave's and yours together.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Russell, and everybody for the support, and the board for listening. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
And I did have all the building things I have to front of
Awesome. Good work, Mike.
I tried. She wasn't.
Thank
very
you.
good.
Her assistant's really great. You can leave it with her too.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, now I'd like to open the public hearing for the Easthampton Cultural Council seeking entertainment license, one-day entertainment license for Cultural Chaos for June 11th.
I just want to acknowledge it's Easthampton City Arts, not the Easthampton Cultural Council.
Sorry, that was my
Easthampton
mistake.
City Arts.
It does say it on the.
Okay,
Hello, I'm Pasqualina Azzarello, the City Arts Coordinator for the city, and this is our 7th year organizing Cultural Chaos and our first time, of course, going through this licensing process. The general overall footprint of the event is very much what it has been. There will be one stage at the very top of the street. There will be another stage in the municipal parking lot across the street from Marigold Theater. And there will be another stage right down here at the bottom footprint of the event. We have had a meeting with the mayor's office, the health department, the police, fire, and planning to really all get on the same page as far as logistics goes in terms of when people, the vendors and tablers load in, how they exit. We will have both ends of the footprint of the event blocked off in accordance with requests from the fire department. We've built in a safety lane. We made a change to it. It's actually more efficient now, and it's been approved by Dan Constantine from the fire department. And all of the notifications to any food vendors who will be selling food outdoors or providing food outdoors are in touch with Brewery and are getting their permitting taken care of, and the deadline for that is June 1st, but all those notifications have been sent out. The event itself takes place on Saturday, June 11th from 12 till 5. The street will be closed from 10:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. And I'm happy to answer any other questions.
Sorry, this is once again with this new thing. Nobody has come for one-day permits to do alcohol outside.
Nope.
Nobody is serving alcohol outside.
The only group that had been considering it is Amy's Place. The Brass Cat will
Just be open.
be open,
He's got a beer
regular for
garden.
business. All alcohol will be inside existing establishments.
Okay. They know they can't take it outside of the.
They have all been informed.
Okay.
And Amy's Place was the one place where I anticipated that they would want that one day.
I think because now that she has the whole outdoor backspace, that it.
Okay,
It's more
but
relevant
somebody's
for her
got
to
to
be
be. You might want to just give her a reminder
To be
that
on
nobody is to be
alert,
walking
yeah.
around with alcohol. Okay, that's fine. This is looks great.
I do have one, I would be remiss not to mention it. There was one addition that has come up since we all met, and I'm wondering if it would be okay so the footprint will be the same. In the municipal parking lot, the main stage will go up against, it's going to be catty corner with the Easthampton mural. So the Easthampton mural is here, the stage will be here. The entire right side of the parking lot had been open. We're going to have a water station. I have been approached by an Easthampton organization called Art in Motion. They're located in the Mill District. They acquired the old Marley stage from Williston and would like to do dance performances in the little spaces between the bands. It's a large stage, but it's very, very low to the ground. And they will want a tent, which will be a sizable tent. I am waiting on the exact dimensions. I don't know if it's too late to add
No, that's really.
any of it or to add a
Staging and
stage.
tenting is the building department permit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
I will run this by them just to make sure all that is clear.
Yeah, that's fine. For us, it doesn't.
This is new for me, and I didn't want you to show up and say, hey, what's with this extra
Just
tent?
make sure building's okay with it, because I know tents and stages need permitting.
Okay.
So you just want to make sure they're okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the one-day permit for cultural chaos.
Second.
Saturday, June 11th.
All in favor? Aye.
So do we need to sign this one?
Nope.
No, okay.
None of them.
Well, even I'm surprised that Nini's didn't put in. Usually he gets a permit from one-day permit.
Johnny will come to me the week of.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wonderful, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next public hearing, I'd like to open up the hearing for City Space seeking one-day outdoor entertainment license for Wild and Precious Arts Festival on the Boardwalk.
Hello.
Who's
Yes.
that? Oh, here.
Florence Maxey, I'm the president of City Space, and I'm here on behalf of the Wild and Precious Arts Festival. It's happening throughout the city in different locations. And we have one location which is on the Boardwalk with, there will be a band of 3 people, no amplification, and we expect, 50 or less. We have permission from Parks and Rec to be there. Happy to answer any questions.
What is Wild and Precious?
That's a very good question. It's a celebration of women artists over 50. And we have events happening at New Theaters Co-op, at the Marigold Theater, at City Space, at the
Nice.
Lucy Gallery, at the Easthampton Congregational Church. You can read about it in the Gazette this weekend, as well as a reminder for this week.
I thought it was going to be petting bunnies.
That sounds like a great festival.
That's
That
precious.
somewhere else.
Wild Precious. But your idea's good too. Okay. Any questions? It looks like though we're just missing your payment. That's all.
Aha, yes.
Can you make that motion, please?
Motion to approve the City Spaces application, one-day application.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Outdoor entertainment. Thank you.
Can I give it to you tomorrow? Sure. I'll get the license to you tomorrow. Okay? Did you get my email?
Salem.
Yeah.
Yes. Got it.
Okay. Now I'd like to open the public hearing for RVC, seeking a outdoor live entertainment license for the annual summer kickoff. And what does RVC stand for? River Valley Co-op. Okay.
Me again. I'll be here every month this summer.
You can do multiples in one.
I?
Oh, yes.
I can, but you must know that we don't plan ahead too
Yes,
well. This is the
yeah.
best we've done so far this year. Very proud of ourselves.
They're doing good.
We're trying. Yeah, we're just looking for to have a live band on June 23rd from 5 to 8. They usually do take a break from 6 to 6:30.
You missed the most important part, that there will be strawberry ice cream served.
There will be strawberry ice cream, local ice cream, local strawberries, and we will are working with Bree on a food permit just because there's food outside. She's okay. I just have to drop off the application and the check, which I always forget. And any proceeds that we have from selling food goes to a local nonprofit. We do expect 200 to 250 people, but they kind of trickle in throughout the 5 to 8 days.
If River Valley's not taking profit from it, then you owe nothing.
Oh, we don't take profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
For
donate
the
it.
outdoor live entertainment, if it's not for profit, then we're not requiring payment.
Yeah, no, we donate everything. Okay.
It says on here, local nonprofit organization.
Oh,
My mistake.
No.
Does it apply to City Space?
Did they not take the proceeds and use it?
There no. Yes.
Tony, you get to do that one.
Okay. Make a motion to approve the one-day license for River Valley Co-op.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. I'll be there.
Yes, that's my friend's friend. It's a great fun. Thank you. I'll see you guys in June.
Bye-bye.
I'll be here next month. Oh, wait. And so I do have to pay a fee or I don't? No? Okay.
You're all set on our end.
Thank you.
Okay. And Lindsay, what do you have for us?
Our
Oh, I'm sorry.
member,
There's a gentleman sitting here. Would you like to address us? Or-
Homer's just filling in.
He's just listening.
Oh, hi. Feel free to introduce yourself.
This is the middle of the meeting, so I'm quiet. I'll introduce myself after.
You know Homer?
No, I don't.
This is Homer Gomez. He's our city council president.
Oh, hello. I'm Kelly.
So for new old business, Tony,
Yes.
you want to stay with us? Because I got to get your appointment in,
Yep.
like now.
Yep, that's fine. Yep.
Yay.
I have to do that appointment, right?
You do. You have to approve that. And then Jim's Package Store moved the location and they need a new license signed.
I want to push, because it's making me think of when you talk about appointments, they were trying to push legislation about that we don't have to have a Republican, a Democrat, that eliminate that. Can we get some kind of report maybe from Dan Carey about that, like where that stands?
I just asked Dan and John Belis where it stands for not having the state dictate how many licenses we can have. 'Cause that was also going through legislation, I think, probably during the same time. So I'll
Yeah.
ask about that too.
Any other interesting news? Yes, I do have some things. There were things going on that we needed to talk about. What was it? We were having some conversations, ABC questions for... What did we just have a conversation with the ABCC about?
Hard cider?
No. Prior to that, something else that they did not give us a very good answer, that we had to, he told us to talk to the city attorney. What was that about? Which I didn't
Everything
really.
I asked Ralph of it says talk to the city solicitor.
Yeah, which it was definitely a call on their end that they should have done. Also, we have to, have you heard anything from Mike Michon with his licenses? I mean, that's starting to come down to the wire.
No, but he'll have to come in for a review this fall, right?
Yeah, because he's gonna need to be starting about 6 months out
Yeah.
for anybody that's in there. And we lose
I
them.
haven't reached out because I figured he would just come in for his review and that's when we'll
Okay.
decide what happens.
Well, I'm sure he's got a lot on his mind and he doesn't wanna miss that, so you might wanna just, friendly reminder, because we lose those licenses.
Yeah.
And I think it's what, March?
March 2023.
Yeah. So, going backwards, that would be August, September he would need to be in here. All right. Have a motion to close the meeting?
We set a meeting date.
Oh, we always forget to do that, don't we?
So, for setting the meeting date, I can, really, if it's a Monday or Wednesday, I can only do June 6th due to holidays coming up and vacations, year-end close, and
I think June 6th is good for me.
I just do worry about with the new outdoor live entertainments, if someone wants to come at the end of June, like if they miss that first week in June. Then we have to set another, I feel like there's gonna be an influx now in our need.
You think there will be at this point? People don't know that they're going to be doing events and
They probably know they're doing events in June.
they just don't really have
They
to file
just
them.
haven't come to us yet.
So is that the only day you can do it? Is,
Board of Public Works is next.
I'm good with the 6th. Is
Is that a Monday?
Yes, it's a Monday.
Monday.
I can do it if I have to, or rather Wednesday, but I can do it.
I can usually always do Wednesdays to help accommodate that. I just, for the month of June, we have the year-end close,
Yeah,
holiday,
that's okay.
and staff
What
on
holiday
vacation.
do we have in June? There's a holiday in June?
Yeah, that's it. It's Monday the 19th, so.
No.
Or Monday the 20th, because it's an observation of the 19th.
Okay.
So I have that holiday, we have staff vacation, we have year-end close, and I don't have childcare at one of those weeks.
so what time is the meeting on the 6th?
What?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
Does that work for you, Kelly?
I can come earlier. It doesn't matter to me.
I will always do earlier.
I can do 3 if you guys can do 3. No, you can't do 3.
I can't.
Okay. So
Well,
Go do these.
you know what? I can't. Can you do 3? Sure.
Howard just pushed me.
Okay.
okay.
Yep.
So all right.
Okay.
So we're all in agreement. We're doing 6 at 3. Okay. Now can I have a motion to close the meeting?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Aye.
Thank you all.
This government meeting is brought to you by Eastworks and our local cable subscribers.